Hi, this is a March update video letting you guys know what's coming in the near future on the channel. So first thing I want to look at is just the basic schedule. Sundays, Hollow Knight re-release on Preacher Plays is still ongoing. Mondays, Front Mission 4 is still also ongoing. Xenogears will go on forever. It won't actually go on forever. It will eventually end on Preacher Plays, but we're not even out of the first disc yet, so it's still going to be going on for a while on the Preacher Plays channel on Tuesdays. Wednesdays are Preacher Classics. I have a few Preacher Classics lined up for you for the month of March. First, there'll be 3 episodes for Super Mario World. I go through the game. I don't complete the game. I just went through and recorded a bunch of footage, and there's a review coming for that video, which I'll talk about in just a minute. And also, there will be one Sonic 2 episode on Preacher Classics where I play through the entire game. And so it's a little bit of a long one, but it is my entire playthrough of Sonic 2. I don't get Supersonic or anything like that. I thought about it, I tried a couple times, but I'm just not very good at the bonus levels. And so I just went ahead and just played it the way I normally play it and really enjoyed it, my time with it. I've written a review for it as well, which is coming in the near future, which I'll come back to in a second as well. On Thursdays, the Talos Principle is still ongoing, and so those episodes are going to continue through the month of March, although we're sort of wrapping up that game's playthrough. I'm not going to play the DLC Road to Gehenna. I considered it, but I've already written my review for the main game, and I've just decided that I may go back and do the Road to Gehenna at some point. I'm sure I've been mispronouncing that. But at this point, I'm just ready to move on. I really enjoy the Talos Principle. It's a fun game, and I fully recommend it, and it's DLC. But I don't know, I'm in these other long Let's Plays, like, Front Mission 4 and Xenogears, and so I'm ready to play something different for that particular slot. So I'm going to take a break, and we might do a follow-up review for Road to Gehenna at some point. But for right now, we're just going to finish the main game. I've gotten all the main Tetraminos in Talos Principle at this point. I need to go back and get some of the stars so I can get some extra ones so we can climb the tower. Then I'm probably going to show off some of the Easter eggs because I'm mentioning them in the review for the Talos Principle that I'm writing. So I'll need to get some footage for them. But a bunch of fun stuff like that. So the Talos Principle, it will continue through March, but I expect that it will probably be over sometime in April, maybe early May. And then we'll move on. We'll have a vote and move on to another game. I'm already kicking around some ideas for games that are going to fill that Platform Thursday slot. But, looking forward to finishing that game up. It's been really great, but I'm looking forward to doing something else. Fridays in March, we have Top 10 Games That Made Me Sad coming out on the 14th. On the 21st, I have a review for Dear Esther. And then on the 28th, there'll be another video. Right now, the schedule says Super Mario World review, but that would be 2 reviews back to back. So I may play with the schedule a little bit. I want Dear Esther to come out on the 21st for a reason that will be apparent if you watch that video. But I don't know, I may play around with the schedule a little bit and see how that goes. But that's what's planned for Fridays in March. This update video will be the first Friday in March, then the top 10 will be next Friday, and then Dear Esther will come after that, and then Super Mario World will probably be the next review on the channel after that. Saturdays is Metroid Prime. Now, Metroid Prime I've had a little hiccup with because I've been sick a lot, and I've been having a lot of trouble keeping up with all the games on the schedule. And Metroid Prime is the game I'm having the most trouble playing for reasons. And my daughter, she is a big fan of Metroidvanias, and so she actually offered to play a couple of episodes for me. So she picked up on my save file and played through a little bit, and I edited those videos and put them online, and they will premiere in March. I don't know if it's just going to become a Mimi Let's Play series and she's going to finish out the game for me, or if it's just, she was just helping me record some footage. I've already sort of come up with the review outline, so I already know what I want to say. I'm just recording footage still at this point. I've played Metroid Prime like 100 times, so I already had this review in my brain for a really long time. So it's not like I needed the experience in the most recent Let's Play to write the review. I did want the perspective on the remake, but for the most part, I know exactly what I want to say. I just need the footage. And so she was like, well, if you just need footage, I'll play it for you. And I was like, that sounds great. That said, I don't know if we're going to continue that way or if I'll keep playing it, but she really helped me out, and I want to thank my daughter, Mimi, for stepping in and helping me out with that little hiccup in my schedule, being sick and not being able to keep up with everything. She really helped me out. Other things coming up, of course, as I already mentioned, there will be a few reviews. First, Dear Esther. I played Dear Esther for a little bit of footage on the Games That Make Me Sad video, and I was like, I played through this whole game. I should write a review on it. So I did a review, and I hope everybody likes the format I chose to review. I went with something a little different, something a little bit more in line with the theme of what that game is. So that'll come out very soon. I also need to mention that I had a hiccup with the schedule, and a video that I meant to post on a Friday in April actually came out like a whole month earlier than I thought it did. It came out the same day as the Star Ocean video. And so I was literally driving to work on a Friday, and the video was supposed to come out at 8 o'clock, and nothing came out. And so I kind of panicked, and I published the next video, which was the Big 3 video, which was supposed to come out this month, but it was already ready online, and so I just went and published it. And I went digging, and sure enough, the other video had come out on the same day as the Star Ocean video, and it kind of got buried. Having two videos come out at the same day on the same time. Most people watched the Star Ocean video and they didn't get to see the Mickey's Castle of Illusion video. However, I've had some shorts come out since then that were linked to the video, and I made a post on the YouTube page about it, and so that video has gotten a little exposure since then, but it's still not anything like I would have liked for it to have gotten. So if you missed the Mickey's Castle of Illusion video, I'll put a link to it in the description so you can go back and catch it. Just a review of the game. There's a Let's Play on it on the Preacher Classics channel as well from like a month ago. Super Mario World is getting its own review. Sonic 2 is getting its own review. I'm going to do a second 3. I did this Big 3 video with Super Mario World, Super Metroid, and A Link to the Past. And I was trying to think of more ideas that kind of revolved around, not necessarily that Big 3 aesthetic, but like those 3 games that are related to each other aesthetic, and like benchmarking them against each other and talking about them, like, ranking 3 games together. And I want to do a video on the UbiArt 3. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Ubisoft had a 2D engine that they published called UbiArt, and when they published it, there were 3 games that came out for it initially. And that was Rayman Legends, Rayman Origins, but the 3 I'm going to talk about is Rayman Legends, Child of Light, and Valiant Hearts. Now, I already have a review for Valiant Hearts on this channel, but this is not going to be talking about the game as much as it is the context of being part of the UbiArt 3. Other games have been published in the UbiArt engine. A lot of Just Dance games are done in the UbiArt engine, but it didn't pan out for Ubisoft like I think they hoped it did. But I want to talk about how, from a player perspective, I've really enjoyed the UbiArt engine and the games that came out of that. I think there's really only one other game series that had a game in UbiArt, and that was a Gravity Falls licensed game that came out for the 3DS, which I haven't played. But these sort of 3 original IPs that they put together to show off that engine and how they hoped for it to be a thing, and then it just didn't wind up working out for different reasons. So I want to talk about the engine, UbiArt engine. It's going to kind of be a retrospective, but it's also going to be centered around those 3 titles in particular, because I enjoyed all 3 of those titles a lot, and it's, I don't think I enjoyed them because they were made in UbiArt, but it's just fascinating to me that they were. Also, a couple of remakes are coming. I was recently rewatching my Tri-Ace video, my Tri-Ace retrospective, in light of just finishing the Star Ocean retrospective, and I swore I was never going to remake that video again. I've remade that video twice, and I said, you know what, no matter what, I'm not remaking it again. But dang it, I just am I was happy with it when I made it, but I have learned so much about making YouTube videos since it has come out, and I just want to redo it. So I'm going to redo the Tri-Ace retrospective video and update it, get some new, cleaner footage for it. I'm probably going to redo the voiceover completely this time. Last time I kept most of the voiceover and then like re-recorded some segments for it, but this time I'm writing a whole new script. It'll be completely re-recorded. If you're a fan of the old video, I will make it available on my Patreon for people to watch if they're interested in it. I think the old video is available on Patreon right now. It's terrible though, but it's up there if people want to see and how far the channel has come. But there will be a remake for the Tri-Ace video, and while I was at it, I just happened to watch the MediaVision one, and I'm pretty happy with the MediaVision one's structure, but I'm not happy with the presentation. Like, the capture footage is really low quality. I think the video's in like 480p, and I feel like that I have better equipment now, and so I'm going to be redoing that video as well. There'll probably be some new recorded segments in that one, but I'm not going to redo the whole audio for that video unless I have to. So there'll be a couple remakes coming out on the channel in the near future, along with some new retrospectives that I'm working on. Whole lot of ideas of content for this channel going forward. And I want to thank everybody for watching these videos and keeping up with the content. The channel is still growing, and I'm still having a great time. So thank you so much for the ride so far. This has been your March 2025 update video, and this is Preacher Gamer, and I hope, as always, that you have a great day. And thank you again so much for watching.